happy about.
There we
So
go at major
we'll see.
upset.
It's major upset now, and oh, the POW logo is not transparent again.
That's fine, don't worry about it. It's MVD, shout out POW Gaming. But Valor, obviously, you know, one of Utah's best. Shout out to Yin, the boys that are out here to support. Creed has been making a lot of moves here too, and Valor's trying to join them by making it all the way through winner side, top, or I think it's my loser side, top 2. Oh no, winner side, top 4. But we are going to be watching some very patient, very swingy gameplay when it comes to just trying to threaten and overextend and try to catch overextensions here.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why you choose a character like this, like Aegis, who is just an ability to actually extend the advantage state versus Sonic, which is so hard to do because all his crazy options in the air, just his movement ability is very difficult to deal with. But right now, Chase is doing a good job extending this advantage and also countering the approaches, which once again, like I said, very difficult to do.
Yeah, good. And you have to, you have to keep up with the speed with Sonic, and usually
He's
that's really
up
difficult.
at ledge right now, Wolfie.
Yeah, some really good stuff on there, but the side smash gonna miss that. It's actually the back end of it, a little bit on that hitbox
It's
delay.
the projectile that crosses up for you.
Yeah. What's with projectiles being so good on side? He's got Steve and Pyre and Mither with him, but really good stuff. And also Sonic as well. You had to use there, but the spin dash as well. But great conversions coming out there, expecting the air dodge on top of that platform. But both Chase and Valor at relatively high percents, both of them searching out for confirm to try to finish the job. They're trying to read out a roll, but it's going to be the back throw instead to set up for a ledge trap or an edge guard, depending on that aspect. But really good spring utilization.
Woo!
But if you slip up, we'll be staying alive though.
And
Yeah,
right now,
it's a little bit invincible sometimes. That spin dash, and it just beats out the side B. And now Chase in the corner. This is one of the places Sonic is so strong, but he decides opting to stay back, find his confirm, and well, that was an interesting down smash. And now Chase is just going to find it with a neutral aerial and switching back to this Mithra, making sure that he's going to be building up a lot of percent going into this next stock.
and Chase right now just holding ground here, holding court. Trying to swing away here. One of the things that these competitors are having to compete in that's very unique to the often Wi-Fi grounds this matchup gets competed under is this crowd is going crazy all over the place for everything. You have to, competitor, you have to focus in, you have to keep out all the noise, and it is just absolutely buck wild here at Major Upset.
I mean, we got to do the same thing too. Like there's noise happening all around in there, so we got to maintain focus and maintain sure that we get back on this match. But Chase right now doing a really job just holding on to this lead. You want to make sure that Sonic has to be the one that has to make those really risky approach options on that aspect and trying to go for something else. Great stop on the recovery F smash. Oh, it's going to be the F tilt instead with that double kick. Really good stuff on there. And Valor evening it up real fast and taking 75%, but you get those few conversions down, like you said from earlier, it's going to be a patience game. But Jet, I don't know, Chase is doing a fantastic job so far.
Yeah, I think though this is a scary lead because even with this percent lead, we see how quickly Sonic can rack it up. And if Sonic gets one good read on your return to stage as Pyra Mithra, you always will die for it.
Woo!
But at the same time, forward tilt, catching that neutral get up, and Chase is going to be securing this lead. And a stock lead is very, very important versus Sonic.
And Chase learned his lesson from trying to get the F smash or F tilt unspaced previously. Valor was able to pivot around. There's no escaping the big honking sword in that corner.
Honestly, and just really good stuff happening on there. And Chase being able to cash out on that dash. We were talking about, you know, Pyra and Mithra, they really want those strings with Mithra, and Chase has been able to kind of cash on there. And here comes a ledge trap Pyra. It's so lethal and just fishing for a way to kind of finish it up. And look at this pressure. Even the one jab check, I like that.
Jab one dare, yeah. I love it. And
Same
that's a great mix-up.
And Val needs to be really careful that side tilt. Oh, that homing attack could be utilized right out there, but the dash shot going to clip out for a little more. Air dodge, barely able to make it back. And Valor trying to do something out there, trying to use the open attack one more time, but Chase doing a fantastic job. That spring actually colliding, so making sure it stays relatively safe, but that back there surely won't kill, but the follow-up might be able to get it, but no, air dodge is back.
Yeah. Once again, Chase is choosing the right option almost every single time in the corner, and that is such a testament to how he knows his matchups. And wow, what a conversion there, down air.
That was clean
into back air.
We're so used to seeing that become an up smash, that like
or an up air or an up B. That is not the confirm I normally see.
Or nair.
Because Dare has the most lateral hitboxes of Pyra's dual-sided aerials.
It's Chase on Aegis.
Yeah, Chase is on Aegis, not on Sonic. By the way, for those in chat who are thinking that, Valor is the Sonic.
Right,
what do you guys think about
this
skin for Pyra Mithra?
I love it.
Is it distracting for you? It's
a little edgy. It's a little edgy.
What are you talking about? This is like one of the best ults you can have.
I mean, I'm just saying I don't know which one is which.
I would much rather the Baja Blast one, just that I can just say.
You mean Hatsune no Miku?
Yes, the Hatsune
And this is
Miku
kill la
skins.
kill.
Yeah, but I want to say F smash is the Baja Blast whenever it happens.
Shut up.
We all know that bullying commentators is allowed
There's-
and encouraged.
There's no way
That's what
Valor
the
is
DMs are
going
telling me at
Inkling,
least.
right? No.
Are they searching for stage right now?
I
know.
have no idea. But
Ch-
I will
ch-
say Inkling is nowhere near Sonic on the character selection screen. Sometimes people will be hovered over something next to it on accident, but this is
Inkling!
a
Oh,
Valor
let's go.
Inkling. And I don't know the Valor Inkling lore, but I assume if it's something you're picking in top 64 of a major, it's something that's practiced.
You have to be at this point. And maybe he's got it just in the bag in case he wants to get a bit more of like a disjoint that Sonic does afford him. You know, one of the things is that with Sonic, you have these hitboxes. They often hit lightning quick to the extent that you can't even move shield around to deal with them. Inkling's a much more of a, just a solid one hit kind of, you can meet the tempo for that what she wants. So Chase just have to adjust to that speed. And so far, he's doing a really good job of the adjustments.
Yeah, I don't think Chase is going to be surprised at all by this matchup. This is a fairly straightforward matchup. I mean, this is just going to be a sortie versus a rushdown character. Both these characters have to find.
These are two rushdown characters.
Sure. They're both rushdown in some way.
Rushdown character Inkling as they bear for the 2500th time. You're going to eat that up smash every day and every week. My goodness. And I'm going to tell you right now, not to downplay like the Inkling, but it has one of the hardest falls from Grace. I'm going to be real with you. From remember day one of Open.
Yeah, I mean, people thought Inkling was the best character in the game for a bit.
Yeah, and it just fell so off hard. But, Chase uncaring about that one, saying,
No.
I don't care what character I'm playing again. I'm going to play the same game that I've been playing ever since day one in Palutena or Aegis. It doesn't really matter who it is. And right now, Valor going to try to prove us wrong. But a whole stock lead then in favor of Chase is going to be really hard for that, bro.
Now, so far, Chase basically said, I paid $5.99 to win the game. That's kind of how it's been so far. Just absolutely using the switches, using the differences in the trajectory to hitboxes. He wanted that so badly. You can almost feel it in the player cam.
Yeah, that is an option we saw in the previous game. It's just like the double dunk, and right now it's just Chase is making this pyro look so strong multiple times, just hunting these landings, finding a big hit, and it looks like it's not even that slow of a character when he's swinging around at the speed that he is.
And that's one of the drawbacks to the neutral B H spray. There's no knockback on it, so he couldn't even push back pyro method. It's one of the places where you can try and meet up this difference in Valor just throwing a hand up after that. Sometimes you just have to hand it to your opponent. The way Chase right now is just absolutely dominating him from pillar to post.
Oh, and the straight up here, though, going to connect out there, but Chase once again able to find their grounding, able to find their footing, and just these air dodges being burnt out there. Chase is just so good so far, and a huge lead to work with. Valor's going to find some way to try to close it out there, maybe a desperate roller, maybe a backer or something, but Chase continuing it on with this pyro. We've seen what this character can do, can Italy blow you up, but Valor trying to find some way to do it, staying alive, though. Chase is just straight up pushing this advantage further, and it's looking real difficult to come back.
Yeah, Chase's win condition here is just so simple. It's literally just, I'm going to keep hitting you and eventually you're going to die. I don't have to worry about finding any specific confirms, and if I do, great. I get this down air up smash, you're going to die so early. But most of the time, it's just simple, straightforward, neutral, and all right.
There's nothing more straightforward than 3 blazing edges from in a row,
Yeah,
man.
blazing end, super powerful move, and the up tilt is going to do it. One of my favorites end screens is when the other character's just lying on the ground. She just like, all right.
I got my win.
I got my
Time
win.
for a nap.
Nap time.
My favorite one is when Kaze uses down air, and he's just like lying on the floor. It's like the kill screen with the red sparks. But
It's very Tekken.
Yeah, it's super Tekken, absolutely.
Tekken 8 looks so good, by the way. I'm just going to say that right
Tekken
now.
8?
Yeah, Tekken 8.
They made another one?
Yeah. Looks fantastic. You missing out for real, for real. And going
All
back
right,
to
would
the
you see
Sonic,
the switch back to the Sonic?
I agree
Yeah.
with it, honestly. I mean, I'm not doubting the Inkling, but it just seemed like Chase had too much of a strong grip around that one. It was just like a constant uphill battle. So we have to see what Valor does as Chase is up 2-0
Yeah,
right now.
Valor just trying to show that he's the pride of Utah, trying to do it for that scene, nascent scene of players like Creed out here, commentators like Yin. I mean, it's a really strong Smash scene while giving their plods and their rows while they're around. And it's going to be a chance for Valor to get the edge guard, and Chase mis-aimed it. That's really the kind of mistake that Valor can start to key in on. Because if there's one thing Sonic does well, fellas, it is drawing a lead out as long as possible.
Yeah, against Sonic, a lead is very important. You want to make him come in and attack on you and not just have that ability to keep the game going. A lot of people talk about timeouts. I know Sonic timeout is synonymous, but at the same time, you know, when you're ahead, you force them to take those risks, to use those aggressive options a little bit more frequently, and that is something that Chase has been doing so well, as well as just getting out of the corner, and that is how you make that lead stay up.
And I think one of the important parts, oh, geez,
wow, the 69% power up the Super Saiyan percent is enough for Chase to get that kill off the top, and even keeps it going with this up tilt into Nair conversion, the raw Nair, and 45%.
I was
combo.
literally about to say, hey, remember when all of us talked about how the most important part about playing against Sonic is maintaining that lead? And I was like, well, Valor's got that lead, so let's see how long he'll hold to it. And that lead just literally is about to evaporate really soon.
That just shows how well practiced Chase is in this matchup, man. That's tough. Mithra basically answered the question of what if a character couldn't whiff. The way that you're just able to pop your opponent up for shield dropping is almost blatantly unfair. Nevertheless, it's up to Valor to try and mitigate these differences and try and find a path and chart a course back to victory here. Up top, just swinging away past Chase, and Chase getting caught up in the spin cycle, but not quite able to bat him away with that down air.
Okay, here is the ledge trap. Tries going for this jab check. We saw it multiple times, but now Chase is just pressuring so well with this Pyra. Doesn't even matter where you are. Chase is going to find an option. It didn't even have to move. It's like, eventually you're going to hit the wrong button, and I'm going to be there to eat you alive for it, Wolfie.
The rising Nair as well. I mean, Valor trying to find some way to answer. I mean, 118% definitely doable if you land a strong hit. That was an excellent utilization of the foresight. Chase doing a fantastic job, but here comes the up tilt, and people in the crowd, people in the chat cheering out for Valor, but right now it seems to be the entire Chase show. Valor can find some way to finish it out there. I saw that charge up with the smash tag, but Chase is able to get the hitbox just in time in order to make sure to stop it out just right there, but Valor needs to find some way to finish it, and there we go, lands the bear.
The first even game we've seen for a long time in this set. It's just 2-0 for Chase, but at the same time, Valor can find just one more opening to even this back up, but percent-wise.
He might have upset Chase, and Chase is one of those players that when he gets angry, he actually turns it up. So we'll see if he's able to just absolutely just put the boots to Valor. He has a chance here, maybe to swing. No pyro change. That's interesting. I thought he had a chance to secure the edge guard. That was maybe a misinput.
That was a miss.
Chase has had some controller issues in the past too. So
this is true.
He could be getting frazzled a little bit.
Oh,
Valor is starting to beat him around.
All right, Valor, this is your opportunity, but missing it on there, the falling Nair. Chase is going to be on a with that up there. Great stuff. A pretty clean 3-0 in the favor of Chase.
Yeah, double jump up air is going to do it, and that is also going to